this is B Sports Report here. I'm going to go ahead and break down the whole Kentucky basketball season this year, men's basketball. I might do one on women's the next couple of days, maybe next weekend. We'll start with the men's here. Our probably only three non-conference games we got are pretty tough. We got Kansas, UCLA, Louisville, and West Virginia. So that's 4. Other than that, we kind of got a bunch of cupcakes in there. Typical typical, I guess, for Kentucky. For you having, we're extremely young. We might even be able to put Harvard in there as a tough one there. But I think Kentucky drops 2 of those 4 Power 5 tough conferences games, and another one to watch possibly is Kentucky Harvard. It is a home game. The Louisville Kentucky game is at Rupp this year, but with all the little scandals going on and stuff, that's one to watch because it's a rivalry game. I just don't know what David Patrick can do this year. A lot of stuff going around about that. I would have said Louisville beat us this year. They're very talented, but Kansas, I think that being the 3rd game of the year, and this Kentucky team being extremely young, I'm sure it'd be a good, hard-fought game, but I think Kentucky drops it. But before that, we have 2 cupcake games, like Utah Valley or some shit. Yeah, Utah Valley and Vermont. Before that, and then we go on and play 4 more cupcakes before the Harvard game. As young as we are, some of these 4 cupcake game teams, I could very well see them playing with us in the first half, maybe even keeping it close in the second half. But out of the 5 games I mentioned, I think we dropped 2 of them. I say we lose to Kansas and West Virginia, and maybe Harvard. So I guess 2.5 losses there, maybe 2 or 3 losses. Going in, with conference play. The West Virginia game is after conference play starts. We might even drop another conference game in there somewhere. I mean, the conference games we got before West Virginia are Georgia, LSU, at Tennessee, home against A&M, at Vandy, at South Carolina, Florida, home against Mississippi State, then we go at West Virginia. A lot of those little road SEC games bother me a little bit there. I think we could drop maybe 1 or 2 more there. Going into the West Virginia game, we could easily have 4 losses, maybe 5, and I really don't see it. But before we start conference play, I see it was maybe 2 losses. Maybe 2 losses, like I said. Louisville, maybe. 2 definite losses I think we lose this year are Kansas and West Virginia. But, consider we play the conference games before, a couple of conference games before West Virginia, I think we'll go into that with, we'll say 3 losses. Probably like 14 non-conference games. If I'm right, something like that. We could easily be, probably play 13 of the 14 So we'll just say 10-3 going into conference play. I ain't too sure exactly which ones yet. But overall, I think Kentucky wins the SEC still. Also, I think we'll. I don't know. I don't think we win the tournament though. I don't think we win the SEC tournament. There's a good possibility. We ain't lost it in 4 or 5 years in a row now. But I say we win it. Let's go ahead. I'll say we win the SEC tournament. We'll be like I think we'll be like a 2 or 3 seed in the NCAA tournament. I'm calling it right now. Maybe even a 4 seed. I just don't think this Kentucky team is as good as the hype or as years past. I mean, we got the talent and all, but we're very, 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 very young. We have 0 seniors, no seniors. So overall, out of 31 games, I'm projecting 24-7 going into the SEC tournament. We win that, so we'll play 3 games down there. That would be 27-7 going to the NCAA tournament. So I don't know. I guess you could see a 2 or 3 seed there. I think we don't make it past the Elite Eight. And if Coach Cal really does his magic like he's done in years past, good chance for a Final Four, but that's about it. So that's my review, my opinion here. SEC is a little better than the competition's starting to step up there in the conference. But all right, thank you for tuning in. If you don't mind, you can like and subscribe to it. I will keep this game. I'll keep the basketball. Once basketball season actually starts up, I'll start doing weekly. Probably it's kind of hard because you got to do 2 games a week. But I'll probably do a preview of the game and then do a review after the game, and then do another preview for the next game. But I'll do 2 or 3 basketball videos a week once the season starts. Probably do another video after the 3 exhibition games, as we do have Thomas More, and Centray. But in between there, we picked up that, I think it was Murray State. I think it's Murray State. Picked up, it's one of those 2, I don't remember. I know I'm pretty bad. But we picked up a charity game next Monday at Rupp, where all the funds are going to the relief funds for like the hurricane victims in Texas, Florida, and Puerto Rico. I think maybe some of it might even be for California. That game's not on TV. I ain't really heard nothing else about the radio or not. Pretty much what I'm understanding is the only way we know the way that game goes is if you're at Rupp. I can't make it and I'll be at work. But there's my preview. Go ahead and like, subscribe. I'll keep these videos coming. Like I said, thank you and good night.